In this video, we're going over exactly how you can start making money selling Canva templates on Etsy. I always recommend selling on Etsy for beginners because it's a very low startup cost and Etsy has built-in traffic. As long as you properly optimize your listings, customers can find your products organically and you can make sales. We'll talk about how you can do that later in this video. You can even do this without any design experience. I first started selling digital products on Etsy back in 2020 when I was still at my 9-to-5 job. Back then, I had no experience with graphic design or selling on Etsy, but I did have a strong desire to leave that boring 9-to-5 job and to make passive income online. So I just went for it and I improved as time went on, and you can too. So if you're in the same boat that I was in back in 2020, wanting to leave your 9-to-5 job, wanting to make passive income online, grab a pen, grab a notebook, because I'm going over the 4 skills you need to learn to successfully sell Canva templates on Etsy. I have a free Etsy starter guide down in my description for you, so be sure to grab that too. The first step to selling Canva templates is choosing your niche. Your niche is just the type of products you sell or the audience that you're trying to help. There are a bunch of different niches you can go into, but here are 6 popular ones on Etsy. Now, there's debate on whether it matters if you're a more niche shop or if you're more a general store, but I say that niche shops are better because if you sell homeschooling, real estate, resumes all in one shop, that's one, very confusing to the Etsy algorithm, and 2, when you have a niche shop, you have more opportunities for people to buy multiple different products from you. When it comes to picking your niche, I highly recommend you choose a niche that you know something about and that you enjoy. If you go into a niche solely because you think it'll make you money, you're not going to enjoy the design process, and honestly, you'll probably quit before you even see the sales that you thought you were going to see. If you're indecisive like me and you can't decide what niche you want to go into, it's alright. Choose a couple of niches that you're interested in going into and design a couple of products for each niche. From there, see what products you enjoy making the most, see what gets you views on Etsy, see what gets you sales on Etsy, and then go from there. After you choose your niche, the next step is to do product research to find good products to sell within your niche. There is one thing that I always say when it comes to selling digital products on Etsy: do not design blind. Do not design products based on what you just think will sell or what you feel will sell or what you feel people will want. You need to do product research to verify that there's actually demand for a product and that there's not too much competition on Etsy already. This right here is the actual key to making sales on Etsy. We want to find winning products with high demand and low competition. And now I'm sure you're asking yourself, how do we do that? There are several Etsy research tools you can use, but my 2 favorite ones are eRank and Alura. For this video, we're going to head over to Alura so I can show you how you can use it for product research. This is the back end of Alura. I really love it for product research and for doing Etsy SEO, but we'll talk more about that later. If you want to try out Alura for yourself, you can actually sign up for free and test it out. I'll have the link down in the description. For product research, I like coming over here and coming to keyword. For this video, we're going to use the homeschooling niche as an example, so I'm going to type in homeschooling printable. When you search a keyword on Alura, it's going to give you the search volume, so how many monthly searches this keyword gets, the competition levels, how many other listings on Etsy uses the same keyword, the conversion rate, which is how many people out of 100 actually buy after looking at these listings, and then lastly, Alura takes the different factors into account and gives each keyword a score. You want to go after products with higher scores because they have higher profit potential. When you type in a keyword, Alura will show you the similar keywords, and then if you come down here, it'll also show you top listings for that keyword so you can really see what's selling. So here we see that Busy Books, they have a lot of search volume and they don't have that much competition. Generally, if I'm a new shop, I want to go after keywords with under 20,000 search results. So this is a little bit higher, but there is a lot of search volume for it, so I might give that a try. These keywords aren't really product ideas, educational posters. I don't like doing wall art because I don't like that you have to do all those different sizes. Homeschool planner, preschool activities, those are good options, but I don't love products where I have to design 10 to 20 different pages. I prefer one-page design, so let's keep looking. Okay, homeschool schedule, that might be an option. So it has a score of 72. I'm going to click into it so we get more data on it. Homeschool schedules are definitely looking like a good product idea, but now that we found it on Alura, let's go type this keyword into the Etsy search bar and see if it's actually making sales. This is what comes up when I search for a homeschool schedule, and man, there are a lot of bestseller and popular now badges. It is right around back to school time, so this is probably peaking right about now. And in your Etsy shop, I definitely recommend you have both seasonal items that peak in different times a year and evergreen items that sell all year round. When you're doing product research on Etsy, this is what you want to see. You want to see that there are bestsellers, popular nows. You want to see that people have this item in their carts. You should be taking note of the popular color schemes being used. So I'm seeing pastel colors, rainbow colors are popular. You should also take note of the popular dimension sizes offered. So for these homeschool schedules, I'm seeing mostly just US letter sizes and A4 size. What I also love to see when I'm doing product research is that there are Etsy shops with under 100 reviews on the first page of search results. That's how you know this product isn't too competitive. A newer shop can still break in and make sales with this product. Now that you've verified that there is demand and there's not too much competition according to Alura, and by seeing newer Etsy shops on the first page, it's time to design your product. I know life can be so busy when you're working your 9 to 5 and also trying to grow your Etsy shop. That's why I created my first class PLR membership with hundreds of done for you templates to help you save time and grow your Etsy shop faster. When I was growing my Etsy shop, I struggled to find PLR that wasn't outdated or ugly or just low quality. So I made it a point to create beautiful PLR products that you would be proud to sell. The membership has two options, the PLR option and the MRR option. With the PLR option, you can sell the products as a finished product, so as a PDF or a PNG file. You cannot share the template links. But if you do want to be able to share the Canva template link with customers or even resell the product with PLR rights to other people, you can join the master resale rights option at checkout. I create products for the membership based on what's trending on Etsy and what I think has the best chance to actually make you sales. I have the membership link down in the description. Now back to our scheduled programming. Me and Canva go together real bad. I love Canva with all my heart. It's how I've designed all of my printables. It's how I've grown my Etsy shop to over 6 figures. Canva has a free version and a pro version, but all you need is a free account to sell templates. To create our homeschool schedule template, I'm going to come up here to create a design, go down here to custom size, and then put in 8.5 by 11 inches. Now let's go over some rules when it comes to selling Canva templates. First, Canva has pre-made designs and products in here that you can use for personal use only. Do not come into Canva and just try to resell some of these pre-made templates. That is a no-no. You also can't take one of these pre-made templates, change up the fonts a little bit, and then decide that you can now sell this because you made changes. You should either be designing your products completely from scratch or you can use done-for-you products. I have lots of done-for-you products over at zaneplr.com across different niches. Using done-for-you products is a great way to save time or just to get some help if you're not a great designer at the start. Different PLR sites can have different terms and conditions, so just be sure to read them before you buy a product. Canva is pretty simple to use. To add text, you can come over here and add a text box, or you can just hit the T key on the keyboard. Over here, you'll find different elements that you can use. Now, Canva has both free and pro elements. To use pro elements, if you don't have a pro account, you'll have to pay $1 per each pro element used. The same thing goes for fonts. There are both pro and free fonts. So the pro fonts are any font with the little crown next to it like this. You'll also have to pay to use it if you don't have a free account. This is why it's important to only use free fonts, photos, and elements in your designs. If a customer purchases a template from you and they only have a Canva free account and you're using pro elements, they're going to have to pay to download it, and I can promise you they're not going to be happy for the additional cost. So only use free stuff when you're designing Canva templates to sell. Now that you know the two most important rules, we can get to designing our homeschool schedule. For design inspiration, you definitely can come back to Etsy and see what is working. Try not to copy somebody exactly. No one likes a copycat. But look through the best-selling listings and make your own version. I think I'm going to make one more like this because it's pretty simple. To filter free fonts, you can come up here and click free. That's actually a newer feature to Canva, and I'm so happy they put that in. I think I'm just going to design this and then fast forward it. All right, so this is our template. People can come and change the fonts if they wanted to, like this, easily. I like that Canva has this feature to change all of the fonts at one time, so you could do it just like that. But you're gonna have to, of course, explain that to people and give them some instructions on how to edit the template. When you share the template link with customers, you can either leave it with these sample words filled out, or you can do it this way and just type in insert text here and have them just delete the text and put in their own. So it's really up to you how you want to do it. When you're done designing your product, you want to do these final checks. Make sure all the text that's supposed to be centered is centered. Make sure everything is evenly aligned. Make sure you're not using too many different fonts. I try to keep it to a maximum of 3 different fonts. Oh, and make sure everything is spelled correctly and that there are no typos. I know that may seem obvious, but I see a lot of printables with misspellings and it makes it look very unprofessional. When you're done designing your template, the next step is to create a file that shares the Canva template link with customers. This is the file that you'll actually be uploading to Etsy. On Canva, make a new design size 8.5 by 11 inches. Let's add a text box that says click here to access template. Sometimes I like to add the photo of what they actually bought. So to do that, let's go back over to the schedule and let's download this as a PNG file. After it downloads, upload the PNG back into Canva. Now you can just click it in. Let's size it down a little bit and be sure to add a drop shadow so it doesn't just blend in to the page. So edit image, shadows, and I usually just do a glow shadow. And now the most important part to selling Canva templates is making sure you share the right template link. So let's come back over here to our schedule, come up here to share, see all, and then find where it says template link, and then create template link. Copy it and then paste this into here by clicking these 3 dots, go to link, and paste it in. And there you go. Now when a customer clicks this, they'll be taken to a template of this. When you're sharing the template link, be sure that you're not sharing the collaboration link. If you share this collaboration link, people will be editing your original design and it's not going to go well. So be sure you're going to template link. We can make this a little bit more pizzazzy. Let's say thank you for your order. You can change the background color to something nicer. I also recommend adding some simple instructions for people who might be unfamiliar with Canva. This is our finished download file. Now, if you don't want to make this yourself and just want a little shortcut, I do have all of these done for you download pages in my first class PLR membership. I have it linked down below. Now let's download this file to our computer. Let's give it a customer-friendly name. So homeschool schedule deliverable file. Let's download this as a PDF standard. It has to be a PDF, guys, because we have a link here and the only way to click a link is if you download it as a PDF. Now we have 2 out of the 3 things we need to do on Canva finish. We have the actual product, we have our deliverable file, and now we just need to make our listing photos. We're going to come back over to Canva and create a new design of 3000 by 2400 pixels. I'm going to come down here to photos and do wood background. And I'm going to just drag and drop one of these in. This just seems a little dark. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to uploads to where we uploaded in that PNG file from before and just click it in. Make it a little bigger. And now add a shadow. Now let's add some text. Like it's an editable schedule. Fully editable on Canva. Let's add another one that says instant download. Of course, we're going to need more than just one listing photo, so let's add another page. I'm going to use a white wood background this time. Set the image as background. Now I'm just going to copy and paste the schedule onto this page. And on this page, I'm going to tell customers what they can edit on this. Usually the colors from the photos will come up down here, but it's not happening. And so I want this yellow to match the yellow on the schedule. So to do that, you can come to add a new color and then come to the little dropper tool here and go over the color you want and just click on it. And there you go. Now, if you want to give a more realistic image of it, we can try to find a mock-up that will work for this schedule. So let's come to photos, and I'm going to type in wall art mock-up. This one might be able to work. Keep in mind, a lot of these are pro images, so you would need Canva Pro to use these. I have been paying for Canva Pro for as long as I remember now, and it's a very worthy investment in my opinion. So now we're going to come back to uploads, click in the schedule, and let's try to fit this within this frame. It looks a little unnatural right now, so I'm going to just turn the transparency down on it. So hopefully it looks more natural. I think that looks pretty good. I also always add a listing photo that says this is a digital product, this is a template that you'll be editing yourself, because sometimes people are confused, and even though it says it multiple times that it's a digital product, people think they're buying a physical product and then they're upset when nothing comes to them. So I just try to make it as clear as possible that what they're buying is digital. Just like everything else, you should be double checking your listing photos, make sure all your text boxes are centered, because you just want everything to look consistent and professional. And then also, I like to experiment with thumbnails. So I might have two different versions of a thumbnail for the same product. So I'm going to just duplicate this, maybe put this in the center. And here, let's write editable template. And let's change this background photo. And these will be my two versions of my thumbnail. When you're done with your listing photos, download them as PNG files. Now, all of our steps are complete. We have our product, we have our listing photos, and we have the file that we're going to upload to Etsy. So now it's time to go over to Etsy and actually list this product. Hopping over to Etsy, when you add a new listing, this is the first thing you're going to see. It's a digital file. You made it. It's a finished product, and you made it in 2024. It's created by you, and there's no production partner. So let's continue. Add your listing photos right here. And right here where it says digital files is where you're going to upload that file with the Canva template link. So the deliverable file. And now we have to fill out the title, the description, and the tags. Just like Etsy says here, you should be adding different keywords that a buyer might type into the Etsy search bar to find a product like yours. I'm pretty lazy when it comes to my Etsy SEO. I literally just go see what's working and use it for my own listings. So I'm going to come and do a search on Etsy, and I'm going to search homeschool schedule. So what I do is open up a couple of listings on the first page of Etsy search results. Then I'll look at their titles and just pick and choose the keywords that I want for my own title. Keep in mind the keyword that you most want to rank for should be the first keyword in your title, and you should also include it in the first sentence of your description. So I'm going to copy this keyword, and down here in the description, you can use Alura to make, oh wow, it just copy and paste your title in for you now. That's really cool. So I'm going to use Alura to generate this description for me. This looks good. AI makes our lives so much easier. I'm just going to insert that in, and then make sure you actually do read it though, and make sure it makes sense for what you're selling. I'm going to delete this sentence and just write my own and put in another keyword. In the description, again, I write, please note, this is a digital product. And the last part of Etsy SEO are our tags. And so you can add up to 13 tags, and they can be up to 20 characters each. And so tags are just another way for customers to find your product. To quickly get 13 tags from my listings, I also use the Alura function. And with it, if you click on a listing, over here, you can scroll down and it will show you all the tags that that listing is using. And you can literally just select all, copy it, and then paste it into your own listing. And now if you don't have Alura, you can just click into a listing and then scroll down to the bottom here where it says explore related searches, and it'll show you all the different tags the listing is using. I don't usually take all 13 tags from just one listing. I do it similar to the titles where I kind of just pick and choose from multiple different listings. Let's paste in those tags. Now let's add our category. So just type in what your product is, and they'll have some suggested categories for you come up. And the last thing that you need to add is your price. What I like to do is come and do a search on Etsy and see what everyone else is selling their product at. So I'm seeing from like 175 all the way up to around $4. I like to go someplace in the middle, so let's just go with 250. After you have your title, your listing photo, your digital file uploaded, your description, price, category, and tags, you are ready to publish your listing. I'm not going to actually publish this listing because it's just an example, but if I was, I would publish this listing and then I would go and duplicate this listing and then delete this thumbnail photo and have this one as my main thumbnail photo. Now, this might have felt like it was a long process, especially if you are a beginner just starting out, but trust me, as you do it more and more, it gets easier and you'll be able to more quickly add new listings. Thanks so much for watching this video. I do hope you start selling Canva templates on Etsy because I think it's a great passive income stream. Once you build up your shop, you get a couple hundred listings in there. You can make sales for years to come. If you learned anything from this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.